Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's TTA Master Gathering. Just a general reminder, our forum is about to start in 3 minutes. Please take your seat as soon as possible and don't forget to switch your cell phone into vibration or silence mode. Thank you. Okay, I think there are some places that if it's possible that you may move forward to your places in front. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the long wait. It's the last minute to our latest event. good morning, ladies and gentlemen, our dear honored guests, our speakers here today, and all of our guests here. Also, we have audience online watching our live stream broadcast. Good morning, everyone. This is Wendy, your MC for today's event. And also, I would like to introduce a little bit more about this event, which is hosted by Taiwan Tech Arena TTA and guided by NSTC, National Science and Technology Council. So we have TTA Master Gathering today. Thank you for participating this event with us. Today, we're glad to have so many domestic and international AI experts to join us, sharing their innovative insights about smart city applications, adding convenience to our living experiences. So through today's forum, and interactions with every startup's business here, we look forward to empowering our cities with smart and green technologies. So, at the beginning of this event, I would like to warmly welcome our important driving force behind, Director General Andrea Shi, to give us the opening remarks, who is from Department of Academic Industry Collaboration and Science Parks Affairs.
Okay, thank you. And Dr. Dani Arribas-Bel from the Allen Turing Institute, President James Liu of Silicon Group, Senior VP Steve Huang of Pentra Corporation, VP Paul Wang of Taiwan Mobile, and today's moderator, also President Flora Hu of Cloud Service and Big Data Business Group at Galaxy Software Services. Distinguished guests, good morning. I'm Andrea Shi, the Director General of National Science and Technology Council. Today, I'm very honored to give a remark of today's forum, Master Gathering Forum about AI application and smart cities. As we know, smart AI is the hottest issue of the technology development in recent years. Especially this year, we learned from the ChatGPT that inspire us about the potential and the possibility of AI applications. So this heat wave of AI penetrate our daily life, including our cities. So this is also why NSTC established TTA in 2018 to encourage technology development to meet our human demands and the global challenge. So we also encourage our research outcome transfer into startups and help our technology and economic boost and develop well. So we established TTA in Taipei in 2018, and then we successful development and cooperate with more than 9 accelerators there and facilitate more 700 startups from local and global. And so now in 2021, we set up this second base in Taiwan, the TTA South. So only 1 year, we facilitated nearly 50 startups here. So I think it's not easy. So let's give a big applause to my team and my colleague to do so much for TTA South. And today, it's our pleasure to have Dr. Dani Arribas as a keynote speaker to introduce the Urban Grammar Project, share example from the UK on using artificial intelligence, data science, and spatial planning to create smart cities. So we hope today's forum to initiate a dialogue among the international experts, our leading AI companies here, and our startups, fostering collaboration and creating future business opportunities. TTA South will continue to enhance our startup ecosystem and help the technology development on AI and such advanced technology as well. Finally, I wish today's event a great success. Everyone here enjoy this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director General Shi. Please remain on stage. Thank you for your opening remarks and, of course, your introduction of today's event. And I think we need some more special opening in this event. So I would like to welcome some of our speakers here today to join our group photo. Now we would like to welcome President of Syscom Group, James Liu. First, please come up to the stage. And next one, we have Senior Vice President of Bactron Corporation, Steve Huang. Okay, please come forward and join our group photo. All right, and next one, we have Vice President of Taiwan Mobile, Paul Wang. Please join us. Last but not least, we have President of Cloud Service and Big Data Business Group at Galley Software Services, Flora Hu. All right, and now we're presenting the photo props for you. Wow, take a look. All right, and also just a reminder, our press media, please move to the photo shooting place. It's very important. Okay, so now we can see what they're holding. This is a smart city blueprint with Tainan skyline. Let's look to the front. 3, 2, 1. First photo, smile. All right, and next one we have thumbs up. All right, thumbs up please, and give your brilliant smile. Yeah, we appreciate that all these experts come to Tainan and sharing their experiences with us. Thank you. Applauses for them. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your sharing. All right, now you may return to your seats. So after the group photo taking, now we may, conduct to today's master gathering. So for this part, I would like to welcome our professor, our speaker from the UK, just as the General Shi to introduce Dr. Dani Arribas-Bel from Alan Turing Institute, who is a professor in geographic data science at the Department of Geography and Planning of the University of Liverpool in the UK. He's also Deputy Program Director from Urban Analytics at the Alan Turing Institute. However, there's the bad news because it's unfortunate that he won't be able to come here and join this event with us due to the diagnosis of COVID-19. Yeah, but he still delivered his keynote by pre-recorded video with us. But before his video, I would like to introduce you a little bit more about the Alan Turing Institute, which is a significant AI research institution in the UK, named after Alan Matheson Turing, known as the father of AI in Britain. He's widely considered to be the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. So, as a result, members in this institute are world's top scientists, including the Dr. Dani Arribas-Bel. Okay, so now we may take a look at his keynote about development and applications of a smart city in the UK. Let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Dani Arribas-Bel, and I'm Professor in Geographic Data Science at the University of Liverpool and Deputy Director in Urban Analytics at the Alan Turing Institute in London. Before I start my talk, I would like to very much thank the organizers for the invitation, and I would like to even more profusely apologize to the audience, particularly who are being there now, for not being able to join you live. Unfortunately, last Friday I tested positive for COVID, and I am not able to join the event live. But what I will be able is to give you an overview of the Urban Grammar Project, which is something we've been working on with my colleague Martin Fleischmann on a project based at the Alan Turing Institute. Before I start with the project itself, I would like to begin with an overview of what I call urban form and function, and the origins of much of the research that I'm going to be talking about and how that plugs into ideas of smart cities and AI is that ultimately how we arrange activities in cities matter, whether we end up with a city that looks like the one on the left, which if I was in the room, I would ask for hands up to see if anyone was able to guess which one it is, but because I'm not, I'll just go ahead and tell you. A city like Washington, D.C., heavily planned and designed, or you end up with a city like the one on the right, Phoenix, Arizona, an archetype of unplanned urban sprawl. is relevant. It's relevant for many outcomes such as sustainability, economic productivity, or social inclusion. Now, when we say how stuff is arranged, what we really mean is urban form and function. We refer to form, to the physical structure and the appearance of cities. And in essence, what we're answering is the question, what does a city or a part of a city look like? And then we're also referring to function, in other words, to the activities that take place within that environment or within that part of a city. And when we're looking at function, when we're considering function, what we really are asking is, what is that part of the city? What is that urban area or what is that environment used for? So when we look at form and function, what we're trying to answer is at the same time the question of what does parts of a city look like, but also what are they used for? And of course, form and function are intimately related. Now, this has been studied in lots of areas quite intensively, and there's a lot of research already on form and function in cities and beyond. What we're trying to do, and what it hasn't really been done much yet, is providing form and function characterizations that are detailed and consistent, which is to say that can be compared, but that are also scalable, so that go beyond the characterization of a neighborhood or a small town or even a medium-sized city. What is missing in the literature and what is missing today in the world of smart cities and AI is characterizations that are detailed, consistent, and at the same time scalable. And this is what we're trying to do with the Urban Grammar project. The Urban Grammar is a project based at the Alan Turing Institute, the National Institute for Data Science and AI in the United Kingdom. It's based in the British Library in London. And the Urban Grammar project is an attempt to develop a characterization of cities that ultimately can be learned and can be inferred from satellite images through artificial intelligence. The part that I'm going to be presenting today is what provides the base characterizations that we're now using with satellites, with satellite technology and AI for creating more up-to-date classification. I'll touch upon that at the very end of the presentation. What we're doing with this project is, as I was saying, developing characterizations of space. So ultimately, we're delineating the geography, and we're doing so based on form and function on the basis of the definitions that I gave a couple of slides ago. And we're doing this to create characterizations that are designed to understand urban environments. With this, what I mean is that they're designed to cover the entire geography, both urban and non-urban, but the focus is placed on urban characteristics and urban features. So our flagship product is what we call the British signatures, which is a characterization of 16 types or signatures of form and function that span all the way from wild nature, what you would find in the Scottish Highlands in the middle of the wilderness in Scotland, all the way to characterizations that you can only find in London. There's two classes at least that are only present in the very, very center of London. Now, this characterization, you can see here an example of the Scottish belt, where you see the area spanning from Glasgow to Edinburgh in the north of the UK, how it covers all of the territory, but it places particular focus on urban areas. It picks up very quickly the parts that are not non-urban, and then it also is able to differentiate peri-urban or suburban classes, and then places particular emphasis and highlight and hence provides granularity and detail in urban areas, where in the smallest areas of the three slides that I've shown you, it's providing the most granularity and detail. This is a classification that we've developed in the open, so you can check out the map that I was showing you before in interactive form online if you scan the QR code on the slide. And if you're curious and want to go beyond, you can also download the data because they're released under an open data license. On the process of building this classification of the signatures, we've also built sub-classifications. So we have a classification on the left based entirely on form, and you can access that one with the QR code on the left. And we also developed a classification entirely based on function, a set of functional signatures that you can also access with the QR code on the right. And there's a paper and data in brief detailing the data set. And you can download both the paper and the data product as they're both released with an open license. What we're doing when we build this spatial signature, just to give you one very quick slide on how we do this, is we start from the ground up. We develop the spatial unit entirely around the idea of measuring urban form and function. So we came up with a unit that we call enclosed tessellation that is specifically defined and designed based on the theoretical literature in urban studies to study urban form and function. And then on those units, we embed form and function characters, which is to say a lot of data and a lot of information describing the form and function of each area. And then we feed those to an unsupervised learning algorithm that is able to group areas that are similar in the same signature, and that gives rise to the delineation that I showed you in the map above. And this is the general approach that we use for all of the classifications that I've mentioned before. Now, that's the classifications that exist today. I think they're production ready, and if you need to look at form and function, definitely in the UK, you can right away use our data sets. But even if you're not interested in the UK, you can take our papers and our code, which is also released open source, and use it in different areas of the world. And we've been seeing that done in the past. What I wanted to end up my participation with is a small, what I call a small peek into the future, into how I think these types of classifications, which allow us to understand cities and their form and function better, will be done, I think, in the next 5 to 10 years. And I would imagine that in the next 5 to 10 years, this will be the default method for creating most of these classifications. In a short slide, the result is, or the answer is the combination of satellite technology, computational power, and artificial intelligence algorithms. I think the combination of these three emerging trends is extremely powerful in helping us better understand and creating representations of cities that we can use to make decisions and policies on. This is something that's been brewing for a while. Satellite technology is not new. It's been around at least since the 50s or 60s, and much more widely available at least since the 80s. We've had missions like the Landsat mission that NASA has been running since the 80s. We have the Sentinel missions that European Space Agency has been running since the mid-2010s. And then we also have private companies that have come online providing really, really novel products. For example, Planet is currently imaging the whole Earth every 24 hours at sub-meter resolution. And that is something that 10 years ago, it was within the realm of science fiction. Now, all of this is providing new data, is not providing new data products necessarily, or new form and function, new urban classifications, but that's also started to appear much more recently. So in the last 10 years or so, we've seen data products come on stream, such as the Global Human Settlement Layer from the European Commission that gives you a population layer. Dynamic World from Google, which uses Sentinel and Landsat for creating land use classifications that are updated in as close to real time as the satellite imagery allows. And then Esri, a commercial provider, also has a land use classification that is heavily reliant on artificial intelligence. What all of these products are doing is using state-of-the-art technology to create better representations of the Earth, and in particular of their land use. What is missing currently is an equivalent for this that provides detail and resolution enough for making decisions within cities. And this is what we're trying to do, and I think this is where the the cutting edge is really today. So here is a couple of examples before I wrap up my talk, to give you a flavor for how this is coming along. One is a paper that we published last year with colleagues from Liverpool. It's open access. You can access it scanning the QR code on the slide. And what we're doing here is using information entirely from satellite imagery in an entirely unsupervised manner, which is to say we don't show the algorithm any other labels or any other existing classes that we predetermine before we run the algorithm. Instead, what we do is we show the images and we tell the algorithm, group these images as they're similar, as they look similar to you. And what it comes up with is a classification of the built environment that we released open source, and that captures quite a lot of the information, given that it's using only 10-meter resolution satellite information. And then the second one is going back to the spatial signatures that I was talking about a couple of minutes ago. We're trying to use these classification as an example for an algorithm to learn it from satellite images like the one you see on the slide. So what we do with these images and artificial intelligence algorithms is start creating probability surfaces for every class. So here is the class for wild countryside, where yellow is more probability of a patch being in the wild countryside, and deep purple is low probability. This is the same for urbanity. And when you combine all of those predictions, what you get at is a map like this one, which is not exactly like the map that I had before here, but it's one that is being taken entirely from a satellite image, which is to say that every time we have a new satellite image, we can create a map like this one. And since we're getting images every 2 weeks, more or less, we can start doing things that we couldn't think 5 or 10 years before. So with that, I'm going to stop, and again thank the audience and the organizers very, very much, and apologies for not being able to join the event live. I would have very much liked so. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Dr. Arribas-Bel, though he cannot show up today, but we're still glad to hear his keynote about today's topic, AI and Smart City. And we'll look forward to a deeper connection of AI and Smart City between Taiwan and the UK, maybe in the future. And yeah, of course, we also sincerely wish him a speedy recovery, okay? All right, now let's moving forward to our next session. Today, I think TTA, we focus on exploring the practical use of AI, maybe ChatGPT, the hottest topic nowadays, in constructing smart cities and creating win-win opportunities for domestic and international cooperation. So now for today's topic and today's discussion, we would like to welcome our speakers here with us. First of all, it's our moderator, President of Cloud Service and Big Data Business Group at Galaxy Software Services, Flora Hu. Ms. Flora Hu, please come up to the stage. All right, and next one, we have President of System Group, James Liu. Please come forward with us, join this topic discussion. All right, and next one, we have Vice President of Taiwan Mobile, Paul Wang. Last but not least, we have Senior Vice President of Pactron Corporation, Steve Huang. Thank you for joining us. And we'll look forward to your deeper conversation about this topic. And now I would like to give a floor to our moderator today, President Hu, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and welcome to join us. And I think the innovation and the sustainability and the global policies has put smart city in the spotlight of the investment in 2023, and the carbon reduction and the awareness of green economic coming along with the faster pace of the AI and the 5G development. And so urge more cities to join the smart city establishment. And there are many new business opportunities come with this webs. And the operational efficiency and the service quality and the quality of life are improved by the AI in smart cities. For example, AI assistant in analyzes substantial data to making decision and predicting the trends and information security, etc. And therefore, we are seeing smart city services in commercial application, transport, and information security. And I'm Flora Hu, the General Manager of Cloud and Big Data Business Group at Galaxy Software Services Corporation. And I'm honored to represent GSS to participate in the activity of National Science and Technology Council. And together with James Liu, it should be president, right? James Liu, president of Cisco Group Corporation, Steve Huang, senior deputy general manager of Pegatron Corporation, and Paul Wang, vice president of Taiwan Mobile Corporation Limited, to discuss the development of smart city technology from the national level to the company level, so as to see Taiwan's smart city status quo, potential chances, and the business opportunity, to share views with us, and the share view are also very valuable to the startups, schools, and the distinguished guests here who are interested in the smart city topics. Therefore, in the following, we will discuss in two major directions. The first one, let's start by look at Taiwan from an international perspective. Today, we already hear the keynote speaker from Dr. Dani Arribas-Bel and learn about the development trend of a smart city in the UK. And we were invited distinguished guests to discuss the application of their company's smart city solution in Taiwan, and where they have the opportunities to expand into the global market in the future. First of all, I would like to briefly share the technology solution and the related cases of Galaxy Software Services for smart cities. And I think ChatGPT, as I mentioned before, is a very hot topic now. And IOTA AI have won the Taiwan Excellence Award 2023, and which is a dialogue service platform which is independently developed by Galaxy Software Services. We have been introduced into the world-leading world leading semiconductor companies and obtained order from many financial or banking group, and we help them to provide the customized chat robot, or we call the chatbots, for various scenarios. So as internal employee service, or external customer service, or improve the service quality and efficiency. And I would like to share another case. T Global, who is a professional thermal technology company. In the epidemic period, they use the vital CRM, customer relationship management, to help their communication with the domestic and the foreign customers. And at the epidemic period, they grow in their business and get a more competitive position in their industry. And they also use the cloud service, vital knowledge management, to help them preservation the knowledge, and all over the world they have many branches, so they can share information together, and they also use the knowledge management cloud service to help the new employee training. So they not only have the smooth communication all over the world, they also get the good and raise their and improving the quality and the competitiveness of the product and their service also. T Global also used cloud-based vital human capital management to quickly respond to the hybrid working environment, and with labor regulation compliance also. So they're making the epidemic the strengths driving force for their company's digital transformation. In addition, we work with the Taipei city government to establish the smart city platform to integrate the data and the services of various bureaus, so as to provide citizens safer and more convenient life with a better quality. That's my brief sharing for our experience. And Mr. Liu, can you share the solution provided by the company in smart cities, and whether there is any direction for international expansion of technology development in the future?
Thank you, Flora. Moderators, Angela, the Director General, panelists, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my greatest honor and pleasure to share my thought with you. So if you have any question, please feel free to raise up later, have a discussion. So talking about the smart cities, Normally, we need to identify there are three major components of a smart city. The first of all is the infrastructure, and the second component is the control center, and the third is scenario. Let me explain to you the infrastructure related to the city's investment. So that's we need to thank our government, like National Science and Technology Council, 国科会, and the Ministry of Digital Affairs, 数位部, Ministry of the Economic Industry Development Bureau, 工业局, 经济部工业局, through the help of the Government Relations Institute to invest the city's infrastructure. It's a long-term investment. So that's why we are talking about the smart city like Taipei, like Tainan, like Kaohsiung, Tokyo, San Francisco. But we very few chances we talk about the far behind the cities. So the smart cities is based on the technology, the investment of the long-term investment of the city. First of all is the infrastructure. Smart city based on the very far advancing in the infrastructure. Is first of all. Second, the control center. Control center means we are to run a smart city. We need to have a control center to have two major functions. One is to monitoring. Think about that. Around the city, they have 100,000, even the millions of cameras. And in the control centers, normally we have the screens, like 100 screens at the most. And in the center, like 10 or 20 screens. The main panel. So what kind of image need to show up on the control center, and what's in the main panel? So obviously rely on something like smart, the AI based triggering function to have the case to show up in the control center. So we need what happened. We need to know what happened, right? Instead of we rely on the people, the citizen to call to the police 119, 110, right? In US call 911. Besides that, we rely on citizens to call 911. We need to have the AI based to triggering to have the events to show up in the control center. The second is the commands delivery. So for example, if we find out that the case happened in which street, and we need to call the police, the force to take actions, and we use radio to call number 78, 80. When you are talking, when you are speaking, and the case is moving, right? So if we have a smart commanding system, like to circle the target, and then it automatically to send the instruction to the related force, armed force to take the action, or even the accident to like to have the fire accident or whatever. Yeah. So they call a control center. The third one called scenario. Scenario we call it is the construction model of a city mayors for how he or she want to run the smart cities, right? So there's three major components. So in my company, we just aim at this kind of requirement of the smart cities. We to compose our solutions. We have 4 dimensions. The first one is my company called Syscom. Syscom is self-development R&D product. We have something like a green maker, so we have the energy control, the electrical, water, energy control. We have the net center, it's a network monitoring system. We have the own floor called the flow engine automation, and we have the like a DB maker with a cloud database, something like that. We have, first of all, first dimension is our self-developed products. The second dimension is with a cooperation with the international big brands and the domestic big vendors. We attended the smart city shows aggressively, and normally I rent 16 booths to form a Syscom pavilion, a bigger booth, and then to invite the name to join our pavilion. For example, like this year's smart city show, which just ended last month, March, in Taipei. we invited the Inventec, the Ineda, to show their 5G products, and also the Dimax, Jinda, to showing their special sizing of a screen. And also like ADMAX is a Xunzhou to show their technology, showing case enterprise, environment testing, and the energy saving solutions. So we also invite, the third dimension, we invited our international partners. Like this year we invited the Tokai, CIJ, TSH, Fuji IT from Japan, and Intern from Brazil, and the Variant from Italy. The last dimension is we are, for sure, we are the startup. We invited many startups to participate in the smart city exhibition this year. Like this year we have ambition, Xiongxin Keji. They are involved with the smart healthcare solution. And also the Pro-Ascend is something is demonstrating the industrial level of 5G LTE IoT management platform. So the smart city solutions, because System is a system integrator, so we use the way to participate the smart city related exhibition. Like now we normally attend the match for the Taipei Computer Association's 智慧城市展, and the other is October is 电电工会is AIoT show. And we are like this year we are in the smart city show. There are about 550 exhibitors and 1,950 booths in total this year, and more than 1,500 overseas people from 43 countries, regions, and 150 cities participated in this grand event. So we have 70 professional forums have been held. So like in Taipei and Kaohsiung together attracted more than 130,000 visitors, reaching the growth rate up to 30%, setting a new record exhibition over the year. So I think that this year's Smart City Show is a very successful physical exhibition after we have ever participated after the COVID-19 outbreak. Thank you.
Sharon, and next, Paul, can you share the company's connection between 5G smart poles and smart cities?
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, Steve. Oh,
That's fine.
you, yeah. Oh, the wrong one. Oh, sorry. Steve. Yeah. Sorry. Steve. Yes. I think we start with Steve. Steve, can you share the company's connection between 5G smart pole? Smart poles and the smart cities, and whether there are any direction for international expansion of technology development for smart city in the future. Sorry.
Sure.
Yes,
I think
please.
today we use the English for the communication. It's kind of a barrier, but I think it's good. It's a good practice. So I try to speak slowly and let people understand what I'm like to say. First of all, I'd like to tell you, this morning I get up very early, 5:30, from Taipei to here. I never get up this early, so I sleep very early. And when I come here, I really like this beautiful city, Tainan. That's because I born here more than half century ago. I spent my primary school, high school year here before I go to Taipei for National University. So I love this city. But after the half century, it changed a lot. I never see this so beautiful beauty here. So for Angela, she introduced this beauty to me. This is really good beauty and environment. I can imagine half century ago when I was a child, the city will become here. So I always remember the good food, good. So you are lucky. You are lucky to be here. Anyway, let me go to my topic. So I asked the forum, the organizer, why invite me here. They said because they found me, I found a 5G smart pole for these 2 years. I studied it and actually built it in Taipei City Hall. If you travel to Taipei, you will see the street pole over there. So what's the connection to the smart city, right? So I think everybody have his definition of smart city, like Dr. Dani Arribas-Bel. He said a lot about defined by form and the function, right? But for my definition, what's a smart city? I think 2 aspects. First, smart city is who is alive, live city. So the city can collect information, not only nearby or remote. And there's, Angela, see you next time. And also the city can transfer, provide information, broadcast information to the road worker or the citizens. So I think this is my concept. And also they can make the people, the citizens can communicate each other. So for these 10 years, started every city in Taiwan, they start to build, put a lot of AIoT devices around the city, including a camera. So we call about traffic enforcement by technology. In Chinese, 科技执法, right? This is not good words because every time they take a picture of my car, the number, and they will give me the fine, right? Anyway, so not only the camera, also a lot of the sensor, including the air quality sensor, PM 2.5, and also including some, in Taiwan, Taipei, the flood monitor. If the big rain and a flood happen, they'll detect how deep is the water, and many things will be displayed over here. Also people, so this sensor and they put display, maybe a TV, many things on the road to display and give a warning and something happen, or the air quality is not good, they give you the data, give you the digit, and tell you wear your mask, maybe, if the traffic air pollution too bad. So also many people, many cities, they build their 5G base station. Why? They help people to communicate each other, right? And become this happen again, and city become smart but very ugly. Because all the devices, they are not totally constructed together or good organized. So people think this is not a good idea. Also, later on they find a big problem is power line. Every camera, everything need a power line. Basically need a power line. They have to call the only one power company in Taiwan Power Company. There's a big organization. It's really hard to call the 5 people to help you. Another way is because there's so much information to translate each other. So they need a fiber or they need another communication line. And later on, we think about there's a good idea to solve all the problems. We call it a 5G smart pole. They come from the idea is the smart lamp pole. You can see in Taipei, every 30 meters, there's a lamp pole with a lamp. The lamp will help you can see the road. And the lamp, they got a, why call it smart? Because they already put narrowband IoT, so they can report the status of the lamp to the centers. If the lamp broken, or you can adjust the lamp, the lighting table, anything. So they already have a fiber, they already have a power. So we put so we use the pole, we put AIoT device on there. For example, what we call is PM 2.5 air quality monitor on top of that. And we put a display on top of that. And in the end, we also invite 3 major telecom companies, Taiwan, Chunghwa Telecom, GT Telecom, Gray Asia, whatever, 3 companies, they invited to put a 5G small cell on top of that. And they can do the 5G transmission in the area. So in this case, we made the city more beautiful on that. And so this is the first step. We do the 5G smart pole. And actually, we have organization and work on this. And we have demonstration. So I'd like to invite you to Taipei. If you go to Taipei, the Xinyi the Xinyi district is a very beautiful area. You can go shopping, and they have a Taipei City Hall. And between the shopping area and the City Hall, and there's a street pole over there. You can see that. And actually, we have an organization called 5G Standard Promotion, 5G Smart Pole Standard Promotion Alliance. Why call standard promotion? Because 2 years ago, we found there's no standard. We find Taipei City, Taoyuan City, Taiwan City, Kaohsiung City, they build their own 5G smart pole. Actually, at the moment, they don't have 5G. They only have a smart pole. They put a camera, put a monitor, sensor, display on top of them. And they have no standard. And so the problem to communicate. So we have this associate alliance. We try to define a standard for Taiwanese. And we are quite successful. After 2 years, we finished the 3 versions of the standard, and we publish. And you can get it from the website. And also, in the end, the Taiwan Standard Bureau, the 标检局, they actually take our idea and publish become the Taiwan standard. So this is what we do. And so we build a 3 pole. We try to do a POC, proof of concept. We try to make sure our standard is workable. That's it. I stop here, and maybe later we got time we can introduce more to you. Thank you. Thank you for it.
Jaren, maybe next time you can set up 3 poles around this park. Yeah. Yeah. And Paul, and can you share the solution that displayed in the Smart City Summit, the Expo this year? And what I can bring to smart cities, and will these technologies be applied internationally in the future?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for our question. This is Paul Wang from Taiwan Mobile. I'm responsible for innovative service and product operation management. Actually, we just finished the show last month, so I would like to give you a quick idea about what we have in the show, okay? So, as you know that COVID-19 has changed the world and the way we live, so we start to think about what the future smart city should look like, okay? So, we come out the answer is home. So we put the smart home as a core in the smart city show. And around the smart home, we put another 4 topics. The first one is about smart transportation, and the second one is smart retail, and the third one is about smart environmental safety, and the last one is smart recycling. Actually, should we have more topics that include a smart city, but we just demonstrate how these 5 topics can work together. Okay, so as you know that the role of home has changed, right? So now you can learn, you can work, you can exercise, you can entertain at home. For example, all employee in Taiwan Mobile, you have 10-day flexible working days. You can apply to work at home now. So why we put the smart home as a very core idea for the future smart city. And all these topics that definitely include AI technology inside there. Okay, so because I cannot do the presentation to show you the real use case there, so I just want to give you one example related to today's topic. It's about smart transportation. For example, nearby the Taipei city, there is a place called Changgen Healthy and Cultural Village. I guess maybe a lot of people know that. Or maybe not, because all young people here. Okay, there is a place where the people older than 60 years old, you can apply to live there. Okay, so it's a very big area that covers 34 hectares. That's more than 40 athletic fields big. So the problem is that it's hard to find a labor, a lot of laborers there to manage that huge area, especially within currently that high labor cost now. So it's a very good place that we can put the self-driving car technology with 5G communication technology there to do the service logistics and passenger transportation. Okay, so we work with all the Taiwan company that include the car maker and AI expert and software developer, then work together to make this project success. And we already made this project from POC to POS, from proof of concept to proof of service. So now the self-driving car already daily life working there, okay? So I'll give you some, maybe a little detailed technical background about that. This is a complex project that includes 3 parts. At the lower level that we call the vehicle control system. That include the mechanical, electronical, software, and AI technology there. So we have to put these 4 kind of, let's say, technology component into one vehicle platform. So even that we have to rebuild the whole car platform structure, even though the car body, to make sure all these components can work together. That's the first thing that we have to make it happen. And the second one is more related to that topic, that is, let's say, the vehicle decision system, right? Because you have a lot of, no matter IP CAN or LiDAR technology, but you need the AI technology to improve that. So it's a kind of a brand to make sure the self-driving car can work safely there, okay? And the upper level is we have to integrate all the sensor data from those vehicles with the car position and the precise map data together, and collect all this data to make sure that the self-driving car can do the job successfully in that area. Okay, and also collect all the data into the cloud, so we can make those data for further analytic usage purpose. Okay, so this is we will say that we already see the very successful use case that in the future city, as you can imagine that. Okay, so we do a lot of this kind of practical use case in Smart City Show. So in case you have chance, you can go to the website and to find more information about that. Thank you.
Thank you for both sharing. I think I'm very interested and very, very happy. And I would like to see their Taiwan brand EV will be very popular in the world. So maybe this situation will come in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We want to put all this technology together and go internally.
And next, we will focus on the coming topic, opportunities and the business opportunity of the future smart cities. I think infinity the possibility rested in the smart city development from personal life to the city-wide, to the national-wide, to the global. And there are many crucial development elements, such as security, environmental protection, networking efficiency, and information security, also green technology. And the future involved many technology like information security, green technology, IoT, 5G, artificial intelligence, and the long-term planning. Among them, networking development, that's the foundation of a smart city solution. And how do enterprise ride the web and seize the business opportunity? Please allow me to answer this question. First, I think GSS is a leading enterprise. We have expertise in corporate application software development and services. We have over 30 years experience in information security and smart operation services. The smart city, I think the smart city is an environment that integrates the city systems and services with information technology to satisfy people's hours or needs of a smart life, and therefore bring forth industry innovation and economic development. For this reason, how is the GSS going to get the best out of the opportunities of smart city development? I think there might be in the following 4 years. GSS can make a good use of our high market share in different industries and the long-term stable partnership with our customers, for example, government, enterprise, and academic entities, to work collaboratively to realize the smart city projects. For example, GSS official document management system 公文管理 are not only used by the government, but also used by the many financial and medical entities, and many small and medium-sized enterprises. They use our cloud version, our cloud office document services to improve their communication with government and other organizations, as well as the internal communication to be more effective. GSS also integrated the AI technology into the system to assist in the accuracy and the efficiency for the office document writing. Also, GSS capability in the cloud services, IoT, artificial intelligence, and the others enable us to provide product-based e-flow system and enable users to adjust their digital form and their own flow by themselves according to their needs. In the coming future, we will introduce artificial intelligence technology into every existing product and the service we provide to facilitate the daily routine and the management quality and the efficiency. Besides, we will maintain our focus on reducing carbon emissions and work closely with the engineering association and colleges and universities to raise the awareness of this issue. Furthermore, we utilize the Vital Net Zero cloud service to support our daily management activity for tracking corporate carbon inventory and achieving net zero emissions. The services for net zero index management and compliance collaboration conforming to international standards like ISO 5001 and ISO 14064 and ISO 14067 and PDCA management cycles. We are proud to have showcased the POC result of integrating our Vital Net Zero with Far Eastern 远传电信 EMS at this year's Smart City exhibition. In the future, we plan to cooperate with more EMS manufacturers to create a robust zero carbon ecosystem together And we will continue to pay attention to the development trend and the latest cases of global smart cities to learn more from the experience and the lessons for other countries and the regions. And they are successful will guide us to do the successful innovation model to localize in Taiwan. Finally, we would like active participate in various exhibition, forums, and competition in the near future. And we would like to give our influence of Galaxy software and the services in the smart city industry in the future. And that's my sharing and my idea. And the next, James. And I think System is one of the biggest system integrator in Taiwan. And what competitor or challenges do you think Cisco Group faces in the smart city industry? How do you respond to this competitor and the challenges and maintain your competitiveness and keep faster growing?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Thank you, James.
Thank you for because of the time issue, so I will shorter this time. I aforementioned the infrastructure, control center, and the scenario, right? I just mentioned. One thing is very important is called roles playing, 角色扮演, roles playing very important. Like for example, like infrastructure is normally is the role by the government. They need to put the money, right? The budget, and also like Paul just mentioned, the labor shortage is still like needed the government's policy to help to solve the problem. The infrastructure, from the role playing as point of view, infrastructure rely on the government's power, right? Infrastructure, of course, they are. Government decided to do something. Is our effort to help to finish it, but must from the authority from the government infrastructure. The control center means that integration technology by all of us enterprise, right? Like I just mentioned, because there's not enough time I can do the presentation to you for what my company is doing. For example, take an example, like Net Center, network and monitoring system. We can monitor every component of the whole system, not only the computer, the edge device, whatever. So we can, in our control center, we can know what happened, send the engineers to repair so that rely on our enterprise force, our technology. We need to develop our own technology. And the third scenario is a mayor's construction model for what they want to run the smart cities, right? That rely on the election, right? Our citizens, we have the votes. We need to encourage the mayors to stimulate them for the dream, that ask them to make the dream and the dream come true, so that rely on the democratic mature or not. If we citizen we did not ask they to do that, they say something else, right? If we ask them, we want the city as smart as possible, so the mayors will know. If we want to win this election, we need to do something, right? We need to make a promise, and we need to make the dream come true, right? So there's three major components. I think the role playing is very important. But thank goodness, Taiwan's industry, government, and university research cooperation is very successful. The 产官学院的合作 very successful. And also we have one very important component called industry association, 就是电子工协会. Like we have a Thailand Computer Association here, 台湾是电脑工会, 物联网协会 IoT association. So as I just mentioned, we are Taipei Computer Association for the Smart City Show. Looks like Paul attended the show last month also, right? Like my company. And also the Tiantian Gonghui. So we Taiwan have the industry associations help. It's a very, very good also. But as Flora just mentioned, what's the problem now? The companies in Taiwan, I think all over the world have one problem, is because our smart city solution mostly based on the famous worldwide famous giant brands like computer companies most from the United States, like Cisco, like Fortinet, like HPE, like IBM, like Microsoft, VMware. Those companies, our solution must build upon their platform mostly, right? We cannot say we do everything local made. This is impossible. We need to, based on their platform. But their platform has a problem, is you cannot sell outside of your territory. If you sell out from Taiwan, the other countries, they have their own territories, stakeholder, right? With Taiwan called 管区, we have 不同管区. You cannot sell out of your 管区, right? What we can do now is, I think we need to have our own very good technology. We're advancing technology based on the platform, the giant brands platform. Build our own research development. Like I know that Flora is very, very smart. Jesus is very good at technology, right? Everyone good technology. We need to have our own technology based on the platform, and then we can sell our value, and then we can have the chance to go abroad, like what we are trying to do so many years. But I have another thought, is I am considering to encourage to invite have the opportunities. We join their marketing activities. Like currently we are, like Smart City Show is, we are a slogan called, we do exporting, do not need to go abroad, but we do run the exporting business in the Smart City Show, right? Something like that. But if we have the chance, opportunity to join those giants, the international conference, they each one have one very big conference, have 10, 20,000 people. They are very, very huge. One company, VS, one Taiwan's power. So it's a very huge enterprise. So the idea is, if we can join their, we have our solutions to join their show together. So this is also one, as we just said, what's the problem now? The total system we cannot sell out of Taiwan, but if we join there together, we are to change the challenge to become our opportunity. So that's my suggestion. So thank you so much.
Thank you, James. I think as cloud services should be without country boundary, but still have this kind of constraints. Yeah, and Steve, will you continue to invest your R&D resources and the talent training in the smart city industry in the future? And can you share us how should we do about the talent and the R&D?
Sure, no problem. I think the 5G smart pole we built is so important for the smart city. We're going to invest more R&D on that. But before that, I'd like to raise the issue is think about how smart city can be successful. How can we do? So I really appreciate James mentioned about the role playing. I think there are 3 role plays very important. One is the ordinary people like you and me. I remember last weekend, I bring my wife to the Hapa restaurant. We had to order the pork, we had the beef, we had to order the vegetable and the dumpling. I called the waitress, hey, give me a menu. She come here and say, sorry, we don't have menu. Use your iPhone and catch the QR code. Okay, I'm too old. Okay, fine. Later I get it. I say, come here. I order. You order through the iPhone. Okay. So I think there's a big thing happening. Is a cyber revolution this 10 years because everybody, young man, young guy, they already customer to use the iPhone or Samsung phone, whatever smartphone, to do everything. Not only read it, not only but also manipulate everything, including the order, the food. So I don't worry about the role playing because all the people from age they already learn and used to that. But the warning is to all guys that we have to learn anyway. So second important role is the government. Government. Why is government so important? Like Jim said, government actually hold most of the resources, and not only resources, they have money to invest, right? They have to invest in the right direction. But most importantly, the government can lead a good way and teach the people which road is right. I think the very important example, you and me all know is TSMC. This back to 40 years ago. So right now, it's so important. Even everybody care about it, and nobody can catch it. Samsung, Intel is far away. But recently, the Morris Zhang, they say, back to 40 years ago, you even get to the Wang Yongqin or many people, nobody would invest. Nobody think this is a good idea for the semiconductor manufacturer. So they need smart people. So I think many of you, maybe you are not that young, you know two guys. One is called Li Guoding, one is called Sun Yixuan. Actually, there's a very tough government, the officer, they actually promote it. So if government can support it right direction, then I don't worry about it. Today, I think the National Science and the Technology Council, they hold this forum. This is a good direction because the government thinks smart city is so important, so they promote it to do that. And the third role to play is industrial, like you and me. I think all the people, they come from many companies. Certainly, we don't worry about TSMC, Hong Hai, the big company, Taiwan Mobile, the big company. But Taiwan have a very good, strong power is SME, small medium enterprise. This is so important. We call it 中小企业. Even in an economy affair department, they have this kind of the big organization to help. 2 days ago, I know their director, and she told me, this government officer, she told me there are more than 20,000 or even more SME company in Taiwan. So there's a potential power of Taiwan. They can make Taiwan successful. Think about TSMC, think about Hong Hai. Hong Hai is so small. It's 40 years ago, the Terry Guo, right? I know, everybody know him, but he's a small guy. He just built a mall, right? But today it's so successful. So all the successful story come from the SME. So this, I encourage all of you, this year, few years later, you will become the TSMC, become the Hong Hai. So I'm personally very optimistic on the Taiwan, the smart city, the development, because all the three laws do a very good job. Back to my topic, how about the 5G smart pole? I think after we build a pole, we think there are 4 things we need to do. One, testing it and give a result and show people this is a good building. So we test it, we make sure the PM 2.5 is correctly, and traffic roll measure. And actually, we're very interested in the data is when we measure the PM 2.5, the curve. Obviously, every day, 6 p.m., the air pollution is worse. And we also get a number from the traffic roll, also about the 6, because everybody get off the office, right? So this is positive related. So it's a really good result. More car in a row is a more bad air pollution. And we know that. So this also encourages the electric vehicle is so important. So I think the very good value is on that. Second thing important is we have to promote, we have to have more cities to promote the 5G smart pole. So this same thing, like smart city too, we have to teach people, let people know the idea is good. And how we do that, promotion, and that's another skill. The third is to enlarge the scale. We only put 3 poles, that's because the budget concern 2 years ago. But how we have a government, and to invest more to build it on many cities. So earning model and the business model so important. I think the same thing, you do business through the SME company, you also think about what's your earning model, what is the business model. And if you have a great business model, you will success. So we will continue work on that, and certainly Pegatron or we will invest more engineer on doing that. Thank you so much for the time.
Paul, I think you are very experienced for to cooperate with the startups. And were there any opportunities to cooperate with startups in the smart city industry to build a smart city ecosystem in the future?
Okay. I think the answer will be certainly yes. So let me give you this example how we work with a startup company. Okay. So as a Taiwan Mobile, we play 2 roles. For the first one is that we can bundle with telco service with your product. So we can be your very strong sales channel to help you to promote your product, go to the market. So the first role that we can play. And the second one is that we can be your, let's say, operation service provider, so that we can help a startup company to reduce your operation cost and improve your operation efficiency. For example, we can offer you the better data center, better cloud service, and even though most important is billing service. That's a very important, especially when we work with, let's say, the startup company, because you don't have many resources can cover the sales channel and also the bidding process. Okay, so with our help, you can just put your resource, dedicate on your product innovation and the product roadmap. Okay, so that's the one thing that how we work with the startup company. In addition to that, Taiwan Mobile is the only one member of the, let's say, the Bridge Alliance. Bridge Alliance is the leading telco alliance in APAC, Middle East, and Africa. Okay, so once we can work with the startup company to build out a good business case in Taiwan, then we can bridge this practice to the Bridge Alliance members. So all the Bridge Alliance member telco company can work with Taiwan startup company and can help you to go to internationally. Okay, so I think that's very important that we can help the startup company to do the go-to-market strategy. So welcome if today that have any startup company here that we can have more detailed discussion on that. So that's my quick comment on of this question. Thank you.
It's very valuable and important information for startups. Keep contact with Paul.
All right, thanks to all the panelists and our moderator, Flora Hu. I think maybe due to the time limits, let's give it up for those panelists first of all, okay? Thanks for sharing their experiences, many cases, observation, or even suggestion toward the AI and smart city topic for us, give us some more inspiring insights. But I think maybe some of our audience, they have some questions and want to have some conversations with our panelists, right? So any questions for them? Right. Do you need a microphone?
Okay, I'm happy to listen to all 3 masters' speech. And the most concern is, the AI and the smart city need data, information, and communication in the high-level basis. Okay, now I'm concerned is, in case it's a information or hack attack, okay, cyber attack, or okay, to destroy the central control, okay, central control, and all the smart city is broken. Okay, that's what I'm concerned. And can I, any 3 of them, can give a solution or any prevention for my concern? Thank you.
the information security is very important and crucial in smart cities, and it's all our top topic to face this. And Thomas just mentioned about the control center, centralize everything. How to you secure that? I think James maybe can answer this question, please.
I can answer first. We in Mandarin we call stupid bird, fly first, 笨鸟先飞. No problem. Information security is of course is all the topic we are talking about. But the problem, the aforementioned, I say the role playing, 角色扮演. Currently, our investment in the information security is not much, not enough. So that explains why Thomas worry, everyone worry, right? So, well, there's the Earth problem because the whole Earth, 地球的问题, whole Earth problem. If you want to make sure your information security is very safe, we cannot say absolutely safe, but as safe as possible. You need to put more money and also very tedious. More security, more tedious. Like you go out from your door and your house and your home, and you will lock 10 door, put the 10 lock, and then when you will return home, you will open the 10 lock, right? Yeah. So that's the problem. But no matter how, whatever we're doing now in Taiwan is comparing to the other countries, is quite safe. The level is quite safe. You think not so many crises happened previously, right? Some happened, but not so many. But the rule of thumb is we need to put many investment, like especially like you should mention the disaster recovery. This is the financial, the bank they in Taiwan. We know they do more of this, but not all enterprise have this investment. Disaster recovery very important. For sure, like smart city solution. If we build the solution based on the automatic and no disaster recovery, then it will be disaster. When disaster happened, then it become a true disaster, right? So we need to have a disaster recovery. So what if disaster happened, we can recover it back. So yeah, so in the end, to sum up, the information security related to the investment. You need to put more investment on information security, and always not enough. So thank you. Yeah, thank
you. I'm not an expert like James, but I have some comments on that, specific comments. I think about the question. I think this now is the buzzword, very famous, is resilience. In Chinese we call it 韧性. What does it mean? What people shoot for is now this world is like fragile. Everybody like to fight each other. Everybody like to steal information and want to destroy your information. So you have to back up. So I think the right information, right thing is everything you need to back up, but back up increase your overhead. So how you do that? Sometimes it's distributed to replace a centralized organization. Maybe, of course, you need to have central control center, but then you have distributed the system around that and share the memory and store the partial data. And when the disaster happens, you will going back and restore. That's right. And another example, I think it's a very good for me to say is can promote the 5G smartphone again. Is actually we think about. I told you there's three parts. Is the LAN port, the LAN, right? Lighting, and the AIoT, the camera, display, everything, the information sharing, and the 5G small cell. That's for people with phone communication. But we actually design one thing is when the fiber dig out, broken, or even it's destroyed by some big guy, then our 5G can immediately repair that. And use the 5G wireless communication to send back the camera information or display information back to the control center. So it means that in this generation, you cannot trust anything. So that's why cybersecurity is so important today. But it's not, like James said, just block it. It's not a good policy. Good policy is you accept that. It's not a good idea to build 1,000 million firewall. Always you have hope, right? You have to make you sell. Like today, we already wear the mask for 3 years. Personally, I don't think we don't need to wear mask. We have to have vaccine, we have more stronger, and we know how to deal with it. And this is a good new idea, is everybody becomes stronger and instead of another firewall. Sorry, thank you for this attention.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's a big topic. I don't have an answer for that. I just want to give a quick comment. That's why a lot of voice right now that want to stop ChatGPT for a while, right? So I can say that the problem is not the technology. The problem is about humans. So how we can make the AI for our better life. That we need everybody's effort to make the AI technology can be better, right? So I don't have an answer, but just make sure that everybody should aware about this topic. Thank you.
Big issues, and the zero trust and the convenience is kind of balance. So let's keep going. Yeah, let's get. Thank you for John's question.
Okay, and we're glad that we have such a deeper conversation about those topics, but due to the time limit, I'm sorry for that. Maybe we can have some more social networking after this meeting, okay? So now, ladies and gentlemen, now may I invite you to give them one more applauses for them. Thanks for that they're willing to spend their time out of their busy schedule to have this conversation with us. Thank you. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we are going to put an end to today's TTA Master. Oh, you want to take one more photo? Okay, no problem. Come on, our photographer. Maybe just take one more group photo for today, our masters. And with all of our guests here, audience here, all right? And now you may show any gestures, okay? Thumbs up or hearts. All right, thumbs up is better. Okay, one more. And everyone, thumbs up. Yeah, thank you for participating in this. All right, one more. Thank you. All right, give up for yourselves. Thank you for participating with us today for today's Master Gathering, and hope to see you soon next time. This is Wendy. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, please feel free if you want to have some more conversation with our master here today.